Hey guys, my name is JessiMew, and welcome back to Equilinox. In the last episode, we brought a splash of color to our oceans by filling it to the brim with coral. Now our beautiful tropical fish have plenty of places to hide, and it seems like they've never been doing better. Our lake is also thriving pretty well too, though we haven't actually checked on them since we added our pike. We should probably make sure that these things haven't devoured every last one of the fish. They are massive compared to our trout and our salmon. It looks like they're doing okay, though these poor fish are frantic. Are they just spending their entire lives trying to flee away from the pike? Oh my gosh, the poor things. Maybe we should move some of the fish a little bit further away. I mean, we do have plenty of water to work with. We could probably place some new groups of fish over here instead, right next to our dark forest and right next to our beavers. I mean, the redfish seem like they're doing fine. They're just swimming around, so I guess the beavers don't disturb them too much. We might have to look into that in the future. I did actually just see the developer is going to add some dolphins to the world pretty soon, so that is super exciting. Very timely as well, since we just completed this little ocean biome of ours. Though I think there are still a few more things that we can unlock. Yeah, the jellyfish. We do have some other types of fish too. And then the meerkats, of course. This is what I'm hoping to unlock today. We're actually going to use this tiny little golden carrot oasis that we grew. We'll place some barley down here, and hopefully we'll be able to evolve the desert grass from that. Then we can start spreading the desert grass around the desert biome as well. And how are our camels doing now? At the end of the last episode, I noticed that our poor brown camels were kind of struggling. We have Greta, and it looks like they just had a brand new little baby too, Puddles the camel. So I guess they're doing fine now. But as far as the desert grass goes, we need some barley over here, and we also need to place down some desert rocks. That was why it was so important that we got our eagles up and running again. But in the process, I noticed that pretty much all of our mountain ecosystems are crumbling. Our beloved bluebell pack way up in the tallest peaks are unfortunately missing. They must have taken a little journey somewhere else. But now we have plenty of goats up here, so hopefully that'll be enough to sustain them. Honestly, I figure the goats probably ended up eating too many of these plants. Maybe they passed away before the wolves could get their fill. So we might want to consider placing down a few more of these holly bushes too, just to be absolutely sure that we won't see any more tragedies today. We'll place a few more holly bushes right in the middle, a few more on the outskirts, and I don't think there's any possible way that our goats can devour the land this time, no matter how greedy they get. So we'll go ahead and place our wolf pack back down here too, so they can start growing again in the meantime. Here you go, little one, right back in your old den. I guess we could change their colors again too. Probably not all the way up to the top like they were before, but if we go back to light blue and we knock this down by about half, I guess, then they'll at least have a slight tint to their fur. So the next time we see Hassie, that's what your name was? Are you chasing after the goats already? Oh, she's playing around, okay. I thought maybe she was trying to take down one of these giant mountain goats. Well, I mean, you've got to start young, I guess. It's not as though you have any parents to feed you. But we'll check in on you again in a little while. Right now, let's go back to our little oasis, and let's see if we can sit some barley up here. I believe it said that the barley likes to grow in both the forest biomes and the woodland too. It looks like it is missing one of its species right now, though. Alright, if we go way back here, this area seems to be alright. Let's place it right here for now, and maybe leading up to the desert itself. Then we can try to figure out what it's missing. Probably herbs. I know we have plenty of stones over here because quite a few of the plants over in the desert biome like the stones too. But there certainly aren't many herbs to be found in the desert sands, so we'll just place a little bit more rosemary over here for good measure. So with the barley growing, all we should need to do is grab this desert rock right here and place it right in between everything. Luckily, the desert rock itself isn't going to affect too much on this side of the line. It's really just for decoration, and I guess for showing where the land divides too. So this little barley plant right here must be close enough for us to do our work. Yeah, we can start evolving this to the desert grass straight away. And since it is another type of grass, I would imagine that it's probably going to evolve very, very quickly. So I hope you little bunnies are ready to welcome a brand new animal into your family. They all have the right colors for it, and I don't think there are many other requirements. Yeah, all they're going to need is a diet of desert grass too, so you guys are going to be ready in no time. Now, has our little wolf pup grown up yet? Are you chasing the goats all around the mountainside? Well, if that big pile of meat is any indication, I would imagine that she's doing just fine. Oh yes, she has her very own little wolf pup. Rascal the wolf. Oh, he is going to be a handful, isn't he? Well, I'm glad to see that our wolves are thriving again. The Bluebell pack was one of my favorites, so it was heartbreaking to see them gone. You guys are doing just fine down here, though. Our wolves and our foxes are still doing better than ever. They haven't hunted all of these guinea pigs or sheep to extinction yet. Honestly, that's kind of surprising. With the amount of creatures they have here, they sure do have a lot of mouths to feed. But I guess since they've been here the longest, they kind of know how everything works. Now, I think the other thing that we wanted to check out today was a different type of flower over here in the tropics. In fact, there was something called the healbloom that had me very, very curious, and it looks like these little purple tropical flowers can evolve them straight away. So which one of these is the youngest? If we could click on this one right here. Nope, it looks like we're going to have to choose this one instead. Yeah, most of these tropical flowers are actually... oh no! Pretty close to the ends of their lifespans? And it looks like our barley has passed away too. We must have been super, super close though. We could just grab this one and finish it the rest of the way. Yeah, 80%. By the time we go all the way back to our tropics to start evolving that flower, I'm sure the grass is going to be done already. So you little duck, make sure you keep a very close eye on these flowers, okay? In fact, we should probably selective breed them too, so we don't run out of the purple ones that we need. And is our grass ready now? It must be just about done. There we go, our desert grass is officially ready. A small patch of hardy grass that can survive in the desert. The seeds of this plant provide a food source for small animals. So since we need this to unlock the meerkats, I'm going to assume that they probably need it for their diet. Now, its disliked species is actually the medium cactus? Well, that's a little bit unfortunate. I guess we can pluck you out of the ground though, because I'm sure you're not going to be too happy over there. Well, let's place you right about here for now. Yeah, your disliked species is probably very, very close. Oh, actually, it's because there aren't any stones over here, huh? Unfortunately, the healbloom has died. But yeah, the like species is stones and rocks. So that means we're probably going to want to place some more of the desert rocks over here, right along the border. I guess as a way to wall off the bunnies' territory too. Maybe to protect them from the menaces of the desert. So are you doing a little bit better now? Oh, that's our yucca. There we go, the desert grass is actually doing perfect now. So I guess these prickly pears, and probably these small cactus too, that doesn't count as... oh, a medium cactus? Oh, I thought they meant that as in size or something. Like how the rabbits are considered to be small herbivores. But there is actually literally a medium cactus in the game, okay. Well, that's a lot less complicated. In fact, we might as well go ahead and just start spreading a whole bunch of this desert grass absolutely everywhere. Everywhere where our little bunnies can reach. Somehow we have to make these look a little bit more appetizing than the cacti do. Ooh, do we have a taker? Are you coming over to nibble on the grass, Yogi Bear? Please say you are. Oh no, I think you may have lost interest. Oh, you were so, so close too. Yeah, we're probably going to have to come back here in a little while, after they've had some time to properly inspect all of this grass. I guess we could probably start spreading the grass elsewhere as well. Up here in the hills, maybe? I'm sure that our camels would probably enjoy having nice grassy fields to roam in. Especially these bouncy little cloud camels. Yeah, let's go ahead and spread just a couple more over here. And of course we'll have to build up the rocks again too. A few rocks right in the back. right between our trees, and I think the grass should be pretty happy. Is this our only white camel? Oh my gosh, how the tables have turned. Now it looks like we only have one last cloudy camel left. And are you coming over here to finish them off? It almost looks like you're coming over here to invade its land, in fact. Are you jealous of all of these little grass tufts that we placed down? Or maybe it's just the desert rocks themselves? Very, very interesting. I guess they want us to spruce up their home too. Well, first, I do just want to make sure that we haven't completely lost every last one of those purple flowers. Hopefully there's still a few hiding in the sand. It looks like this one back here might be purple. Oh, and there we go. It's actually much, much healthier too. So let's go ahead and selective breed you. I think we may have permanently lost those green flowers too. We had like a little minty green tropical flower here before, but it passed away so quickly. And in fact, let's see why they're passing away. There must be something that we're missing. Well, it says that it only needs to be in a suitable biome. In fact, it even says that it can survive in barren land. So I wonder what's causing it to get so upset over here. Is it because the riverbed biome is super close? It's mostly tropical, but the riverbed is still at about 25%. I wonder if that's why it's starting to struggle. Not to mention the grasslands is also creeping down from this hill. I suppose that could be the reason too. So maybe we actually want to spread our flowers over this way a little bit more. In fact, these coconut trees are looking pretty lonely. Maybe if we're lucky, we could just set up our healblooms over here. Though I'm sure that our lizards are going to want to keep a very close eye on them. Just based on the name, I'm assuming that it's probably going to be just like our witchwood fruits. Speaking of which, let's make sure that they're still doing well. Yeah, looks like the lizards are still taking very good care of all these fruits. We haven't had to use them again since all of the commotion over by the woodland. So it seems like our bears have really calmed down. But there's our healbloom. Oh my gosh, and how gorgeous does that look? This rare flower can only grow in very specific tropical areas and is much slower growing than your regular flower. When fully grown, the plant can be transplanted to another area, where it will die and release its valuable seeds. Is that what I'm seeing around here? The seeds have healing properties and are of great use to diseased animals. Yeah, so it sounds like it's going to be just like the witchwood tree. But look at all of these seeds. Does that mean that it died as soon as it popped up? Because I don't actually see any flowers with a star over it. Alright, so I guess it wasn't kidding when it said it can only be grown in very, very specific areas. It needs a tropical biome in an altitude above 15 meters. So that means it was probably a little bit too low. Yeah, this is only at about 11 meters. We would have to bring it right up on top of this crest here, though this hill might be a little bit better. Yeah, this is at about 20 meters, so we know for sure that the plant should take off. All we need to do is strengthen the biome beneath it. Yeah, for the most part, it's just going to be the flowery grass, I guess, though it looks like we could place some more of the flowers over here too. So a ton of grass leading all the way straight up to our forest again. I would say the leafy plants, but it looks like the altitude factor is pretty low. So we're going to have to contain it to the bottom instead. But the tropical flower will do just fine. We'll place a few of those in. And then let's take a look at the trees next. I'm sure we could probably add in a few of these palm trees too. We just need to grab its like species. But the banana tree, I'm pretty sure we need to evolve for some sort of task. So why don't we take a look at that as well? How do we evolve the banana tree from you? We need a color trait of mud green and a higher productivity. There we go. I'm sure we're going to see little saplings pop up in no time that should be ready to evolve into banana trees. Now let's see if the healbloom is going to appreciate this area. Yeah, all we need to do was place it in a higher location, so these little healblooms should be just fine. Now let's go ahead and prepare this land for the lizards too. We'll place some rocks down so they'll have a nice good place to hide. The large stones are great for that, so right next to the flowers themselves so they can observe them from their peaceful dens. Here you go, little ones. We trust that you're going to watch after our flowers very, very well. They've done an excellent job with our witchwood trees, so I'm sure we have nothing to worry about. And we'll come back in a little while. Oh my gosh. They're already taking off? Oh, they are gorgeous. I thought it was going to take a little while longer, but I guess the lizard's influence really did help us. Look at those beautiful sparkling lights coming off of them, almost like fireflies. Oh, that is perfect for the tropical biome. This entire place is going to be glowing at night. It's too bad that they only grow in the tropical biome though, because it would be pretty fun to bring them over here in our lush biome too. They're nice and pink, so they would certainly blend in. Oh, and our spiral trees. Oh, I don't think we came back here to look at these. Look at how well our spiral trees are doing now. The red tree is still kind of struggling, but the spiral trees have spread like wildfire. These things are so cool. I actually kind of like them better than most of the other trees in the lush biome because there's such a contrast between the pink leaves and the dark trunk. Alright, so please tell me one of you bunnies have been munching on the desert grass. Did one of you just eat it right now? Clover has a diet of desert grass, but your health is so low. The poor thing. It looks like he can hardly get around. I guess we're going to have to choose one of the younger ones. Brax the bunny. It looks like Fika the bunny has also been eating the desert grass too, and she's super young. So why don't you go ahead and be the mother to our meerkats? I wonder if there's going to be enough space here for the bunnies and the meerkats too. Maybe we should think about spreading our desert biome a little bit more. Granted, there's not a whole lot of room for us to work with. I don't think that we want to go very much higher than this. Otherwise, we're going to risk running straight into the mountains, and I know that our animals aren't going to enjoy it very much. The camels do get very close. Dangerously close, in fact. They are very lucky that our wolves don't live closer, or else they might start developing a taste for camel meat. Did I just see? Yeah, I think I actually just saw that our goats were hungry again. One of them had a little hungry icon over his head. Are you guys seriously devouring this land too? Oh no, it's just going to end up being another repeat. I guess that means that we probably do have to place down a few more of these holly bushes. Though, that being said, is there anything else that they could eat instead? I'm guessing that they only like to eat types of fruit, so if we could possibly get some type of like blueberry bush up here or something? No, not at all. Yeah, it's way too high for that to survive. So what else could we use instead? Yeah, I'm really not sure. I think it's probably just going to have to be the holly bushes for now. Maybe we can figure out something else for you later. I mean, if there was something that we could place right on the cusp over here, maybe then our goats could steal a taste. I mean, you knew you were going to have a harsh life up here in the mountains, so I guess you can't be too surprised. But I would hate to see them wither away again. Oh no, and speaking of which... Oh no, all of our little bunnies are gone. Oh, I was afraid of that. The eagles must have picked them all off. Oh no, and it looks like everything else is gone too? Wait a second, did you guys actually eat all of the guinea pigs as well? Oh, you terribly greedy birds. Well, I guess all we can do is place some more back down. Let's go ahead and place our desert hares right in the middle of this tiny little desert here. And as for the rest, we'll place some guinea pigs over on this side, another group way over here. Oh, our poor little pirate guinea pigs. I guess even these blueberry bushes weren't enough to hide them from the eagle's greedy talons. But I did see that we just unlocked our meerkats. Oh, there's our very first meerkat. Oh my gosh, how cute are you? Well, let's make sure that we read about you before we place you down anywhere. Hey, don't you dare line up a shot on our meerkat. Alright, it looks like he might be distracted now. I thought he was marching right over to spit directly. No! Directly at our poor defenseless little meerkat. Well, you poor thing. We have to find a good place for you so you can start digging your burrows. The meerkat is a small desert-dwelling creature. The meerkats are burrowing animals and create networks of tunnels and holes in their territory. They are also able to stand on their back two legs in order to keep an eye out for predators. When threatened, the meerkats will hide in their burrows. So what does it need around it to keep it happy? It actually needs trees. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Trees, a low altitude, and it definitely eats the desert grass. So it sounds like we might actually want to keep it right around here. Oh my gosh, look at this guy. He must be standing up looking for the camels. The camels aren't exactly predators, so I'm not sure if they would spook them. But the fact that they're so aggressive, like literally spitting at these poor little baby meerkats, you would think that they would learn to be wary. So now that we've placed you down in your home, does that mean that you're going to start building your own burrows? Current action looking cute. Cute indeed, little guy. Unfortunately, it looks like the meerkats don't have any names either. Oh, but it's going to burrow now? Yes! Oh my gosh, our very first burrow! And it looks like the exit is all the way over here. Oh, how interesting. I wonder how many of these they're going to end up building. They actually blend in super well with the rocks too, so it'll camouflage their homes. Ooh, and it looks like we've actually seen the birth of a little black clownfish. Ooh, that's interesting. Very striking between all the other colorful fish that we have. Always good to see that the dark forest magic is still alive and well, still finding ways to creep into all of our other biomes. Just like our purple trees over here. Ooh, and while we're here, I almost forgot about these guys. Do you remember when a Death Muncher was born? That beautiful dark green bunny? Well, they have certainly taken over, and I love how they have that little flash of pink on their tails. It is a striking contrast for sure. And despite their founder's name, they're actually doing pretty well taking care of the garden over here. They've kind of clumped all of their herbs and their vegetables in one place, but it's still better than what we've seen before. Any more burrows, little meerkat? Yep, it looks like they've also placed one of their burrows right in the middle of Bunny Kingdom. Oh my gosh, did you see that? One of the camels actually spit at our poor little meerkat and he went diving straight into his home. Well, at least we know that they have plenty of places to escape to. And as long as they don't get their front doors mixed up with any of the rocks, then they should be just fine. So that means the last two animals that we have to unlock are actually all about the ocean. Right? That's all that we have left. Just the neon fish and the jellyfish too. So I guess in the next episode we'll be taking a closer look at the oceans again. Actually, yeah, this is unlocked by the fish mastery task, so we might only need the neon fish to unlock this. Fish mastery. Oh, we need 20 royal grandmas? Oh. Oh, I didn't even see that there. Alright, so the royal grandma also evolves from the salmon. So in the next episode, we'll see if we can unlock the neon fish and the royal grandma too. If we have all of these ocean animals unlocked, then we'll be perfectly prepared for the dolphins later. Oh, and it looks like we unlocked a new task? Or we finished off one of the tasks at least. Logarithm. This one was for the beavers, and I guess it was for cutting down some trees. And this one, of course, was for having meerkats dig some holes. So I guess they must have created some more little burrows in the meantime. These meerkats are very busy. Oh, this entire desert is going to just be a land of burrows. Look at this, they've even gotten all the way up here. Our first meerkat and his brand new baby. The tiny meerkats are super cute. I only wish they had some names so we could get to know them better. But we'll see if their colony continues to grow in the next episode too. But for now, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye guys!